guys, how are you doing? I hope fine, and I wish that I hope that you are here today and you would like very much to know my journey to Europe and how I got a chance to come here in Europe and to get myself a job here. So guys, I'm here. You can ask me whatever you want and what you want to know about my journey and my work and how I got the chance to live and work here. Now I have been living in Europe for about 10 years, since from December 2009 till today, but I normally get a chance to have holidays, and when I have holidays, I visit my family in Kenya, and yeah, I'm so glad that I might be traveling this year to Kenya because last year was not so good because of the corona. So I guess this year it will be fine and safe to travel. And guys, I am here. You can ask me whatever you want to know about my journey, about my job, and about my life in general. So, guys, welcome and feel free. So, I am here for you and I am waiting for your questions and your views and your opinions and everything you have in your mind and you want to tell me. So, guys, um, coming in Germany in general, um, it was not a easy job, So it was not like a cup of milk or something like that. It was hard, and for the visa of my daughter, for my daughter's visa, I had to fight um, with my teeth and nails. So to say, yeah, but um, fortunately we got the visas and we got the chance to travel, and yeah, everything was fine. So guys, I am here, and of course my life was not a bed of roses or something like that. It was not a life of eggs and ham and cheese or whatever. My life is a very difficult one, and I was born back in early 70s, not early 70s, late 70s. And yeah, my family was not, by then, my family was not so well up, you know. Um, we were very poor, you can say very poor, because I remember my first uniform. I had my first uniform when I was in standard 4. That I remember very well. All that time, all those years up to standard 4, I was going to school with a dress, with a Sunday dress. And I had only this dress, only this one dress. Yeah. So I used to wash this dress overnight for church and for school. So that was my life. And that was my dearest dress in the world. So there came a time when the dress was a little bit torn up, I can say, torn. and you can't even wear the dress anymore. But I tried. I remember my dress having some patches everywhere, so different kinds of uh, patches. We call that kirakas, you know. So like, so so like this Dolly Parton song, my coat of many colors. That was my dress of many colors, by the way, because it had a lot of different patches which were yeah, different colors also, so and I remember my classmates used to make fun of me, and I was so annoyed sometimes, so that, and if I looked to the, if I looked the whole class, if I looked to everyone, yeah, I was the only one um, who had no school uniform, in my class by then, So it was very difficult. It was very difficult for me. So I got my first uniform when I was in standard 4, and I was so happy that I had my uniform, my first uniform, And by the way, I'm a person of I'm very careful about things or taking care of things. I'm very tidy. I'm very clean. I'm very, you know, I'm someone who is very clean, I can say. And I can um, keep something for a very long time. I can wear something, I can wear a cloth for a very long time and caring for it just fine. So I'm not that person, a careless person. So my clothes or my things, this uniform, I cherished my first uniform. So because I wore my first uniform for a very long time, caring for it, taking good care of it, not sitting anywhere dirty, not mishandling my uniform, and it was a good feeling, a good feeling. So after that, I guess we were okay. We got well up, a little bit well up when my sister started working. In fact, I have 3 siblings, so 2 sisters and 1 brother. But my eldest sister, and she was still my favorite sister, passed on in 2009. That was a blow for me, very big blow. That was horrible. So back to my school uniform. Yeah, when my sister started working in Mombasa, that's when my life changed. My life changed. I tell you, for better, because my sister, she was the wonderful sister I will ever dream of having. So she had many clothes. So when she saw that something wasn't fitting her or wasn't good for her, she was sending that thing to me. So it was wonderful, so wonderful. And she used also to buy me uniforms. So she started buying me uniforms, shoes. In fact, I had my first shoes, my plastic shoes. By then this was a fashion. So sadak, made of plastic, soft plastic. So she bought me, and those shoes were, I remember they were pink. They were pink, and those shoes were the best shoes I ever So I had ever seen, because I was not used to shoes or something like that. So my sister, God bless her, and may she rest in eternal peace. Yeah. So guys, life started changing, yeah, for better. Started changing. So guys, when I finished my Form 4, I just ordered a matatu or vehicle to Mombasa to my sister. So I I didn't want to stay for a long time at home because they might, yeah, they would have started um, discussing about me getting married to someone in the village, or a an older man in the village or something like that. So I just traveled to Mombasa, and by that time my sister had small kids, twins. So I started helping her with the kids. So when she was working a lot, I don't know, she had 2 shifts or something. She was working during the day and night, and sometimes she was working like 4 days, day and night, and then having 3 days off. 4 days, 3 days off, something like that. So I started helping her out with the kids and cooking for the kids. They were just like 2 years old. Twins are very, very problematic. They are very stressful. So, but our kids were very healthy. By the way, they were very healthy. They were, yeah, only the problems of um, okay, carrying them or something like that, or cooking was okay. I was cooking for them what she showed me to, and buying everything, the food and milk, and making the food for them, and making sure they shower, changing their clothes, washing their clothes, and their beddings and whatever. My sister was living good. She was living very well. She had two bedrooms, and yeah, life was good for her. Life was good. So my life changed from that small girl with the same dress on Sundays and in school to someone who had clothes, shoes, whatever I wanted. So, in fact, what I have, and the ideas, and the what can I say, the the, the ideas of my life, of um, of coming to Europe, or the ideas of a better life. In fact, I thank my sister because of that. I thank my sister because of my life. I thank my sister because of what I am today. She was the origin of what I have today and what I became. So, in fact, if she was alive today, I could have done something for her. I could have showed her how grateful I am. But um, there is no problem in this way. I showed, and I continue showing how grateful she was to her children. So, in fact, she did not just she did not die and leave nothing. She has children, and the children are very well today. They are successful, and I'm so grateful. I'm so happy for them, by the way. So, guys, when I came to Mombasa, when I went to Mombasa from Ushagu, from the village, so I started searching, also searching for a job, and I could have because I told you that I was caring for her kids, and sometimes my mom was coming to Mombasa, and for some months, like 4 months or something like that. So when my mother used to come to Mombasa for a visit, I used to leave the kids with my mom, my sister's kids with my mom, and then I used to go job searching with a friend, with a tighter girlfriend, So she had also finished Form 4 education, and we were searching together we were making ourselves okay. We were making each other stronger, strong, and assisting each other. So she was there in Mombasa by okay. She was living with her brother and the wife of the brother. I think the whole family of the brother. Okay, wife, that is sister-in-law, and two kids. I think two kids, and her brother. So our brother was working in Nyali Beach. I guess Nyali Beach. Yeah, he was working there. So she came to search for a job also in Mombasa, and we met there. So we were neighbors, just like the second plot. We were first plot, and she was living like the next building. So we used to go for job searching in Florida, toys, whatever, all over Mombasa. So, and because we were young and fresh, so we had many promises, job opportunities, So and we did not search for long. We did not search for long. I was the first one to get a job because she was doubting. She said, "Oh, I don't know. I don't know whether I can start a job right away. I have to tell my brother this and that and that." So it was a job in an hotel. I remember that hotel was near Florida, nightclub. It was Hotel Oceanic. It was an Indian hotel, but it was nice. It was nice. So she said, "Oh, just take the job because I'm not ready. I have to tell my brother first and see what he says, what he has to say about it. So I just got the job quickly. I got the job. And so my life changed and my life started now being better and better till I met a devil. It is always, they always say that when your life starts getting better, yeah, the devil, yeah, comes to you in a form of a boyfriend or in a form of girlfriend. So that is that is if things start getting better, the devil gives you a girlfriend. And if things start getting better, the devil gives you a boyfriend. It's like that, you know. So um till I got someone, I got to know someone, and life also changed because in this process, the job was not working so well. So with the Indians and whatever, there was an Indian who was there was a a woman who was very, very, very bad in that hotel, and she was the boss. She was the boss. But she was not every day, she wasn't every day there. So I just, this job in Oceanic, I quit just by myself. Nobody sacked me or something like that. So I just quit the job and I went somewhere else for a better one. But okay, it was a better one, but it was not to last because a better job has also enemies, you know. So there were so many, many people against my work and everything on, and all eyes were on me, you know. So I don't know why. And it was like, yeah, when you get a tip from someone, don't keep it for yourself. Just put it somewhere so that you can share with your co-workers. How can I do that? How can I do that? I used to get a lot of tips because, you know, I was young. I was young by that time. And I guess I was like 18 or something like that. And everybody came there, drank something, and yeah, gave me a tip or something. And or maybe he told me, yeah, good, you can keep that one, you can keep the change, you know. So, and this place was normally occupied, was normally overcrowded, only from Americans, Germans, um, sailors, somebody, so such people, you know, soldiers from America, you know, the black Americans. And someone can order something like a drink, like a cola. And for example, a cola is 20 bob. For example, I'm not saying that a cola is 20. If a cola is 20, he gives me 100 and says, you can keep the change. And then he comes again, he orders something else. And if that thing is 50 bob and he gives me 100, he says, you can keep the change. So it was so good that sometimes I was going home with like 3,000, 4,000, 5, even when weekends, during the weekends, 5,000, something like that. Because when someone buys something, and normally men, they don't want to, they don't want me to give them the change. They used to say, keep the change. So that was wonderful. So I used to take my tip and pocket it, you know, not put on the whatever where they want me to put, because this is my tip. Yeah, this is my tip. If someone comes there and I smile, yeah, because of my nice smile, and says you can keep the change, how comes? How do I have to share it with everyone who was not there? Or the workers. That's not possible. That's not possible. And I tell you, some guys, some men came there and we used to know each other. I used to know them, and they left me a lot of money just because they knew me, not because of the tip or whatever, or the service or anything, just because we were friends. They left me a big tip, and that was the problem. That this day, this tip caused the whole problem, you know. So um, they paused me from work, you know. They told me, yeah, And it was like 12 o'clock in the night, 12 midnight. They told me, the manager came and told me, "You young girl, come here." So I went to the office. "Come to my office." So I tried to take my money and put in my pocket. So I put my money in my pocket. The money which was left by my friends. It was like 600 shillings or something like that, 600. So I pocketed my money and then I went to the office. And then he told me, "Yeah, I have heard that you are pocketing every change you get, every tip you are pocketing for yourself. You are not sharing with your co-workers." So I said, "Yeah, what can I do? That is my money. Because if I get the tip, I will keep and I will keep somewhere. I will put somewhere where we can share together. But if I get money from friends or from people who know me, yeah, I don't have to put there in that basket, in that community basket for everybody. I have to keep for myself because those are my friends and I know them. So they gave me just friendly, not a tip, you know. So yeah, that's not okay. Even if they are your friends, even if they are friends, you have to keep the money in the community basket for everyone, so you can share after uh, after you finish working. So I told him, "Okay, sorry, I did not know that. Sorry. Yeah, and it's not today alone. I have been watching you. I have been watching you. I've been watching you and I saw everything. I've been sending spies everywhere, yeah, to watch you. And I personally came there and I watched you. You did not see me, but I saw you pocketing the tips which you which you received. You pocketed them." So I told him, "Sorry, sir. That was I did not store any money uh, from your counter, from your case. I just pocketed the money I was given by my friends. And I know many people, and many people come again because of my service, because of my wonderful um, service, my funny, yeah, wonderful service. So, and or cheerful service. So he said, "Yeah, that we don't allow anything like that. That is theft. That is not okay. So you are pocketing the money and you don't share with your friends, you don't share with your co-workers. So we have no another alternative rather than to stop you from working at this moment with immediate effect." 12 midnight, 12 midnight. And I have, where do I have to go? So I said to him, "Okay, if it's that way, no warning, nothing." Yeah, no warning, nothing, because you were in a trial period. So you are not, um, employed, so to say. You were in, okay, I was in a trial. There is this trial for some weeks. You have to try someone, whether he or she works, whether they work nicely and they are okay, then you can sign a contract with them. So um, and I said, "Okay, good. When it's like that, well and good. I can work today and tomorrow I stay at home." But he said, "No, you are not going to return to that counter again. You are not going to return again to that counter, because I don't know what you might be able. of doing. So I said, okay, well and good, it's no problem. So there were friends from Nairobi who were seated there. So I just changed my clothes and I went and sat with them there. So after like an hour, we ordered some food. After like an hour, um, a waiter came and said to me, "Oh, you know what? Uh, I am told that you have to vacate this place. You don't have to sit here and enjoy yourself because um, they relieved you from your duties just 1 hour ago. So it's not wise. It's not good to sit here and drink something or eat something. So they are sending you out." So I said, is that okay? Is that the okay? What can I say? Okay, is that so? And then he said, yeah, they told me to tell you that you have no right to sit here and drink or eat something. So I said, okay, I'm going also with my friends. So I went out with my friends from Nairobi. So we went out. They said, oh, that boss of yours is an idiot. So we went outside, we went somewhere else and enjoyed ourselves. That's how I was sacked. So to say. But because I was young, I had no problem. And it was okay. Everything was fine. I did not worry a lot. So because I knew that I will get another job. Yeah, so that was not a problem. And I had saved some money, so I had no worry. So and I did not search very long for another job. I got a job immediately somewhere else, and that place was even better than where I was, and life went on just like that. In fact, there were challenges here and there, and ups and downs in my life in Mombasa when I started staying in Mombasa and searching for jobs here and there. But um, okay, like some challenges like uh, bad relationships, and um, unwise decisions, and but all in all, I managed to tackle all my problems alone. I was not um, defeated we say defeated by life, by problems, defeated by problems in life, So I just struggled and struggled. Wherever I got a problem, wherever I got a challenge, I struggled and overcame everything, you know. So till I moved to Mtwapa, I moved to a place called Mtwapa where my life started taking another turn, So or knowing about um, Europeans or friends from Europe, and many friends, and learning the language slowly by slowly. And in fact, I started learning German language even before I I came to Germany. So because there were schools in Mombasa and still they are there, I started slowly by slowly going to classes, being interested in this language. And because I was working in a beach restaurant, beach hotels, So I was interested. I was interested in learning German. I don't know why. Don't ask me why. Among all languages, you know. So I started going to school slowly by slowly, learning the language. I met a lot of friends. I made a lot of friends too. They they went back and came again, and we were there. They brought me presents there and there. So I got someone who was very interested. It's not someone. I got many people who were interested to invite me to Germany, something like that. So I got a man who was very interested to invite me to Germany. In fact, he was from Berlin and he was older than me, a little bit older than me. And we planned everything, passport, and uh, he he said that when he went back to Germany, he will send me some papers or invitation which I will be using for the visa. So, but unfortunately, he went back to Berlin and he died after a month. That was a very big blow to my plans, to my opportunity. So that is, I got a letter from his neighbor. So I just got a letter. I was sitting there, and a German man called me. In fact, I knew him from, okay, he was one of the customers in the beach restaurant where I was working. So he called me and told me, yeah, there is something I want to tell you. Now sit down, I will read a letter here for you. So he started reading the letter, and he told me that the letter comes from okay, the neighbor, yeah, of that man who wanted to invite me to Germany. So he said the man was called Bernd. He told me Bernd is not coming again to Kenya because um, it was not very sure whether he ate some poisonous fish or something like that, or allergic. He was allergic to fish or something, and he ate the fish unknowingly. So he went, and I don't know. He started having problems. So, but it was not so clear because um, he did not report to work for some time. So the workmates were very concerned, and the neighbor also was very concerned because she did not see him coming out of the apartment for some days. So she knocked the door, nobody answered. Um, at work, they called him, nobody answered the phone. And then they decided to call the police, and the police came and broke the door, and they found him there seated on the toilet, dead. And he was dead. Even some weeks dead, you know. So the reason of the death, I was not told the reason of the death. It was written that maybe he ate some dangerous fish or he ate some bad fish in where he was for holiday. I don't know. But who can you sue? You think that the people or his family can sue Kenya for his death? I don't think so. I don't think so. So that will not bring anything. Yeah. So that was very unfortunate, and my opportunity was doomed. That was a big blow. So I was so surprised, and yeah, what can I say? My life remained the same, and I continued working there, knowing that I have to know someone else, so that opportunity is cut off, is blocked, nothing. So that was not so good. So I just continued working, and I came to know some other people. Okay, knowing other people doesn't mean that it's only men. I came to have also family friends where a woman and man was concerned, children, something like that, families. So, because by the way, sometimes I'm very funny. So when I make when I make jokes with people, with friends, with who they say that I'm very funny. So um, when people come to, okay, when we have visitors, for example, we used to have a lot of tourists in this beach restaurant. And by the way, I am a very, very big entertainer. Sorry, I did not entertain you here, but yeah, I am a very big entertainer, like funny, like something like that. So they just liked me. They liked me. Men to women, children to whatever, you know. So that's how I used to have very many friends because of my behavior, so my funny jokes and whatever. Yeah, guys, I don't see anybody writing or something. So please, can you ask anything? I will be very glad to answer you, and yeah, things like that. So, guys, my life was not a bed of roses. In fact, there are some very deep details and deep stories, very, very stressful, yeah, and very, okay, very. I faced many problems in Mombasa. It was not just that making friends or having working or something, sorry, something like that. On the way, I had a lot of stress, and I had a lot of problems here and there. And sometimes I could have, yeah, when I I used to, okay, when I lost my jobs, or the time I had no work or job, I used to have very big problems because of rent and one, two, three, many things. And by that time, I used to stay in Mtuapa, and Mtuapa is very expensive, you know, and nobody will understand. Nobody will understand when you don't have money. They think that, oh, you are working in a beach restaurant, you have money, you have a lot of, okay, you see a lot of tourists every day, you are the richest person. Yeah, they don't understand. If you say, oh, we are not paid, or something like that, they can't understand. So, and the the only thing they can tell you is, and if you don't get anything, if you are not paid, why are you working? You just stay at home. Okay, if I stay at home, what can I eat? What can I do? It's better to work. I can eat something at my place of work than to stay at home. If I stay at home, I have no food. If I go to work, then I have the chance. to hit something, and I have the chance to get some tips, yeah, something like that, and I have the chance to even make more friends who can be beneficial in the future, just like now. So, guys, my life was sometimes hell. You know, sometimes this job by at the beach restaurant came to an end at a certain point, and it was a very funny point, a very uh, funny time, or something very funny happened, and then we were um, relieved from our duties. I remember with one of my friends. So at that same day, we were sacked at that same day, and it was not. It was something very awkward because okay, we used to have um, two stalkers. Those are Indian stalkers. Two Indian stalkers, one for her and one for me. So they came and they ordered something, and I don't know which day it was. I guess Valentine's Day or something. So they gave each one of us 500 shillings, each one, and said, "That is for you." So my friend had no pocket. So she told me, "Oh, um, keep this 500 for me. I will take it after we finish, after we close." So I just kept the 500 for her. And unfortunately, our boss came. He was very drunk and he wanted something at the bar. So he got what he wanted and he came to me, was standing somewhere very far in the restaurant. So he came to me. I don't know what he wanted to tell me, but he was very drunk, and whatever he wanted to tell me was not very important. Whenever he was drunk, he used to talk a lot of nonsense. So he came to me and he asked me, "Let me see what you have earned today. Have you got any tips?" So I said, I resisted my pocket. I said, because we used to have these pockets, which by that time they were like fashion or something, which you have to wrap here on your waist, and there is a like pocket there, like pocket where you can keep some money, because we used to get floats. So when we got floats, we used to put in that pocket here on the waist. So he came and, "Let me see your tips." So I said, "I have no tips. I have no tips today. No tips, no tips." So he wanted to take the pocket by force, just like a joke. So all the money came out of the pocket and everything was falling down, even the coins and everything. So it was very funny. So I started collecting the money, and he counted the money and said, "The float is," I don't know how much it was by that time. "The float is that and that and that." He counted, yeah. "And what are these? What is this other money for?" So he saw the two 500s, and I guess some tips, because it was late in like 8 o'clock, and we we had the whole day, yeah. to earn some tips. We had the whole day, and we had a lot of tips, like coins, a lot of coins, you know. So he counted his float, and he said, "That is the float." And what is this other money for? A lot of money. You can't tell me that is they are tips. So I did not like to tell him that some Indians came and gave us each 500 shillings. What nonsense is that? So, and he was the boss who was following every moves. If you have a boyfriend, he has to follow that. I don't know for what. And he had a wife. So if you have a boyfriend, it's like in school, that job, you are working there, you are a grown up, but you are like in high school. You are like in high school. He is following, and he is the matron. He is following every step, every your steps, every step you make. He is following you. So, in fact, if you had any boyfriend, you would go direct to that one and tell him off. And it was none of his business. So let's go back to the money, to the tips, to the 500s from the Indians. So he asked, the 500s. Okay, these coins might be your tips for the day, but the 500s, I told him, one 500 is for my friend, Aska, and the other one is for me. And where did you get that money? So I said, it's my money. I don't have to explain. Just look, count all your things. They are there. Count all your stock. It's there. Yeah. Do your calculations. That is my money. Someone came here and gave me that money. So who is that person? So I have to tell him who that person was. And those Indians were not there anymore to to shield us, you know. They were gone by that time. So it was so difficult. Yeah. My friend told him, yeah, our boyfriends gave us that money. So who are your boyfriends? That was the worst thing to hear, for him to hear. He didn't want to hear something like that. So he said, as from now, the two of you are sacked. You don't have to worry coming again to work. You are out. So for what? For our money, we are out. For the teeth or for the boyfriends? Which is which? Which is which? So we were just relieved from our duties, just in a very awkward way. In a very awkward way. In fact, in fact, when I explained to people about my jobs and how I was relieved from my work, it's awkward ways, very simple awkward ways, which are not normal, which are not human. And so, okay, we we thought that it was something small and something simple. We thought that he was drunk, so he will come to himself. Yeah, he will come to his senses and call us again. But he did not. He did not. I tell you, he did not. And his wife, I think his wife was looking for this time, for this reason to sack someone, because his wife and me and his wife, we were never, never, never going to be an item, never. We were enemies, but she was not saying it. She was not showing it. But I knew, I knew that she didn't like me. And I don't know why. I don't know why, in fact. It's just like that. It's in blood, it's in blood. So um, we were never called again. So we went to the Ministry of Labor. We reported there, and they got a letter. And because they had money, my boss was in Holland, was from Holland. I mean, was from Holland. The wife was a Luo. I don't know, a Luo woman. So um, they were called to the office, and they came there with spectacles and all those things. I never saw the wife with glasses, with spectacles, but that day I saw her with one with some. So she came there and she started talking. Yeah, these girls, blah blah blah, and she was not there. She was not there. She was not there that evening. She was not there. She was at home. So she came and started saying, yeah, they did that and that and that. They stole our money, blah, blah, blah. And when my husband um, saw them with the money, that's um, that's when he sacked them, blah, blah, blah. And then that was our money. 500 shillings each was our money. So yeah, blah blah blah. And my husband called her to ask her something, and she ran away. That means what? That means she had something which was illegal in her pocket. That was not true. Her husband came to me and started snatching my pocket. Yeah. And he succeeded snatching my pocket, and he counted everything what was inside. You know, I did not run away. So, what can you do when someone comes to you when he's drunk and started making moves, or wanting to touch your pocket or something like that? You have to resist. Yeah, you don't have to just stay there, stand there and let him touch anything he wants to touch. You know. So how can I run away? And I was at work. I can't run away, and he was my boss. I can't run away from my boss. So yeah, I guess they bribed something. They bribed the people or something. I don't know. Because from that day, the case was not heard, was never heard again. When she went away, our case became nothing. Yeah, we were ignored, just ignored. And things went that way. And I don't know what this boss wanted from us. He came to where I was living, where I was staying, where I had rented a servant quarter, a one room servant quarter. And he, he used to come there every morning and knocking my door. And when I, I had a tendency, when someone comes to me when I'm sleeping or when I'm asleep, I was staying alone, of course, alone. I had no boyfriend, nothing. So when someone came to my room and started knocking, I better did not open the door till I woke up. So I just ignored. Unless it was the security or the askari who was knocking, I or my landlord, I was not opening my door. Never. And he used to come and knock, 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 and go away. Knock, 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 and go away. And the askari told me that, yeah, it's your boss. It's your former boss. That was your former boss who came there and knocked the door. So I told the askari, another time he comes here, don't let him come inside, because he comes here when he is drunk. I don't know what he has for me. When he beats me or kills me inside my room, what would you say? And you are the askari there at the gate. So from that day, I guess they did not allow him to come again. So we met again. I met with him again in a disco, in a nightclub in the evening. And he started talking to me, and I ignored him. I ignored him. By that time, I was well up. I just ignored him. And he started saying, "Oh, I'm so sorry for what happened. Yeah, I did not sit and listen to your point of view or your story about the money. So I'm so sorry. You are so sorry." I I asked him, how comes you are sorry? It's too late. It's years, years up has passed. You can't be sorry now. Yeah, it's too late to say sorry. Too late because I lost my job. Yeah, I lost my job and I suffered for a long time to be able to cope with the situation of joblessness. So I just told him, you just because back off because it's too late to say sorry. You better back off. By that time, he was coming to me to apologize. They were not to. He was not together. Okay, they were not together with his wife. They had separated, and um, the wife got someone else and um, got married to that other person, and he was just wandering there and there and drinking till he came to till he closed the restaurant because it was not working anymore, it was down. So he closed his restaurant and he was only drinking there and there and there. He was just drinking. That's how I met him after that incident. But I told him it's too late. Uh, no, I cannot accept the apology. It's too late. So that's how it went. And I just started another different life, very different. Because after that, I got a job again in a tours and travel office. I remember in Serena. So life went like that till I came to I met my ex-husband. Not ex-husband. It's not even husband. Ex-husband. I just came to meet my ex-husband when I was working there. So yeah, I saw that he's a nice guy and things like that. Yeah. So he was kind and he was very generous. By the way, by that time my mom was at my place. She had visited me. She was at my place because my daughter was by that time was very small. And by the way, I did not tell you how I came to know the father of my daughter. That one I will explain to you in my other video because I will be streaming another video in the evening and this week, and I will tell you how I came to meet the father of my daughter. And by the way, my daughter is like me. She's a very, very wonderful girl and the best gift or the best present I have ever received in my life. So that one will be in my next video. And by now, guys, if you want to know what happened thereafter, and my struggles from Tours and Travel Office in Serena. I got a very, very nasty, long, nasty life in entire entire time. So guys, I will stop there, and please don't fail to listen to my other video, which I'll be streaming this week, and the continuation of today. So guys, subscribe if you have not done so, share, like, yeah, share, like, and leave a sweet comment there below to let me know what you think about my life and about what I went through. And yeah, don't forget to watch the other video, which I'll be streaming this week, as I said before. And thank you. Those subscribers of mine who are coming back for more, thank you very much for being there for me, supporting me, and having a look, passing by, and God bless you. Don't forget to stay safe. We are just, we are almost there. We are almost there because the vaccine is now there. And don't worry, you'll get it in your respective countries, because we have started here in Germany already. And don't forget to wear your mask, sanitize, and stay safe, guys. Stay safe. It will be over soon, this corona thing. So thank you. Have a nice evening. In fact, it's now around 11:26, and it's time to sleep. Tomorrow I'm going out very early in the morning. I have to resume my work, and tomorrow is a very long, what can I say, long day, long drive to work. And as you know, you can look to one of my videos there where I work and how I have to travel, and um, for how long I have to drive to get there, guys. So I'm so happy to have you today, and don't miss the next video, guys. So thank you very much, and bye bye.